All right, you good to go?
Okay, let's get into it. I've had a nightmare, but let's go.
Are you watching? Are you watching this? Are you watching? Yeah. Are you watching this? No. You need to get with it. Are you watching this? We on a TV shit. Are you watching this? You don't wanna miss. Are you watching this? Stop canceling our shit.
Welcome to the Are You Watching This podcast, the podcast where we talk about TV shows you should be watching. I'm Ellen.
And I'm Chelsea.
And what have you been watching this past week, Chelsea?
So I checked out that Destination X competition reality show.
Yes, with Janae.
Yes. And she doesn't come in until like the third episode. Yeah. I can't even remember even how they do it.
Okay.
But I'm curious about the show.
Okay.
I'm interested. And there's a guy from Chattanooga.
Oh,
in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
I saw a little clip online
Yeah.
and I tagged Chelsea being like, you know him?
You know what? Here's the thing. Do not know him. He definitely sounds like you would think he sounds, but he's doing really good in the game. He's very
Okay.
smart. So at least he's given us a good look that way.
Yeah. Is it a game competition reality?
It's kind of like Amazing Race, but as a group. And it is individual, though, but you're all trying to figure out where you are together. And so they're always, eyes are covered. They never know where they are
Oh, okay.
until they get like 5 seconds to look around or they get hints.
Okay.
And so they're trying to figure out where they are.
All right. Nice. How many episodes did you get into?
4,
Okay.
5, yeah.
Nice. Right. And it's weekly, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. On Peacock. Yeah.
What about you?
I checked out a bunch of things. Let's start with The Buccaneers on Apple TV Plus is back for season 2. Season 1 I binge watched, like just the first season. And I'm probably gonna do that for the season 2. I checked out the first episode. It's good. Picks up right where it left off, end of last season. Leighton Meester's a new character.
Oh, she wasn't in season 1.
No, she's not.
Oh.
The character, you find out what role she plays within the whole story. It's great. I feel like she'll be in it for the whole season. Yeah, it's cute, but I'll wait for the whole season to drop. Then I'll watch it maybe in like August. Then I'll get back to you guys whether I like it or not.
Is it kind of a slow-paced show?
It is, yeah, and it's like a period piece, right? So with those kind of shows, I just knock it all out at once. Yeah.
It sounds like a punishment.
It's not. It's just you got to be in the mood for it. You know?
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What else?
I got to season 2 of Ginny and Georgia. I don't think this is a very good show, but I'm in it. I'm committed. I'm invested. In season 2,
Yes.
I think it was like the first or second episode, and Ginny and Marcus are dry humping in his bedroom, and I was like, not the dry humping. I feel like that's a nice realistic touch.
Yes.
Did not need to see it though.
No.
It went on for a long
while.
time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was
We
like,
got into it.
we could have.
Gotten the idea, the
Yeah.
gist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. No, it's a terrible show, but it's a good teen, stupid show. I did finish it this past week too. And yeah, Team Joe, #Team Joe and #Team Marcus.
Who's Joe? Is he in season 2?
Yeah, you texted me saying Joe.
Oh, yeah, the restaurant owner. Yeah, yes. So you finished all of it?
All of it.
They're
All
okay,
3
okay.
seasons. Yeah. There's definitely going to be a 4th, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's kind of a fall show, though. I'm getting fall vibes from it,
Yes.
and so I might wait to finish it or, like, watch season 3 until the fall.
Yes, I see that. I was going to say something. Oh, it is ridiculous. 3 seasons in, so she starts off sophomore year. By the end of season 3, she finally finishes sophomore year. That's the most ridiculous thing about the show for me, because the pacing of it is not usually like that with teen shows. So it's a bit like, okay, but all
Pretty
right.
slow, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, we're going to get 10 seasons of this, and she's finally going to finish high school?
Yeah, and I don't know how old that actress is,
Exactly.
but
I
I mean,
looked her up.
she'll start aging at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say she's either 24, 27. I think 27.
Okay,
now.
she does have some flexibility then, because I feel like you can,
play around with that a little bit.
yeah, you don't have such drastic physical changes
Yeah.
between those ages.
Yeah. I think the only like long like a long teen show I watched was One Tree Hill, and they became adults like they were fully in their adult thing by season 10 or even 8. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm still interested to see how they'll do this.
It's like, well, Gossip Girl, they were in high school and they needed them to not be anymore. And so they just decided they were graduating and then went to college, except they didn't go to college.
No.
Great TV writing.
This is why I love the teen shows. They just do whatever. Anything else?
Well, okay, so speaking of teen shows, this is not a TV show, but I watched it and it made me think of you. It's Lisa Frankenstein on Peacock.
Oh.
It came out last year, I think. It's by Diablo Cody.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of Edward Scissorhands-ish a little bit. I was obsessed with Edward Scissorhands when I was growing up. Cole Sprouse plays Frankenstein, and he does a really good job. There's a lot of physical acting, a lot of physical comedy, and he just, like, I was really impressed by his ability.
Cole as in... Oh, Cole Sprouse. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And it just, I was like, I think Ellen would like this, because it's a little quirky. It's a little...
It's a movie? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, it's an hour and 20 minutes, so...
Yeah. A little TV movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cute.
All right. I'll check that out. Okay. Since we're in the teen TV situation or whatever situation, I checked out We Were Liars.
Okay. Yeah.
It's an adaptation from the book. Mm-hmm. It's on Prime Video. Season 1 came out. This is probably gonna be season. Actually, there's not. It was terrible. But there are 2 other books following it. Mm-hmm. I read the book last year. I didn't finish it. I probably got 25%, 30% through. Then I saw they were coming out with the TV show. Then I was like, oh, I gotta finish it before. Decided I didn't want to, so I checked out the first episode. Terrible. And then I just checked out the last episode to see if it just continued being terrible. Tracked. And yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone should really waste their time checking it out, but it's there.
What did you not like about the book, and what do you not like about the TV show? Is it the same thing?
It's like a thriller. So the genre is like a thriller, what is actually going on situation, because you get one point of view from the main character, and basically like we were liars. So the story being told isn't the full truth.
Right.
By the end,
he's an unreliable narrator.
Yes. That. And then, so what I didn't like about the book is just like the pacing was too all over the place. And then what I didn't like about the show, it just felt very like not production value wasn't there. Like they all have like bad dye jobs because they're all meant to be cousins. So it's just like like blonde hair, mediocre acting. Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't the greatest.
I had it on, like, I was curious about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't have any desire to actually seek it out and watch it. So good to know. Yeah. I'm glad you put in that work and you sacrificed your time for that.
Boy, did I. But the fact that I did first episode and last episode, very uncharacteristic.
I was surprised. I was like, last episode sounds kind of Chelsea behavior.
Very Chelsea behavior.
But see, it helps.
Yeah, it does.
Although you weren't going to watch it anyway. So.
No.
Speaking of shows that we're not liking, I did check out Stick.
Yes.
And I like Owen Wilson's character enough. Yeah. He's cute. I like Mark Maron in it. I like Judy Greer.
Great cast.
I just don't think I like golf. Because again, like the story, it's the golf part. And the fact, okay, sorry to spoil it, but it's about, he finds like this teenager and
like a prodigy.
Yeah, that he wants to like coach and take around. This kid is supposed to be like a punk, right? He's like a rebel.
Yeah.
Golf?
Yeah. It's like,
make it a skateboarding show. Jesus.
It's the most straight edge sport.
Yeah, in the first episode, the kid who's supposed to be 14 or 15, maybe 16, whatever, he's wearing golf shoes at the range that he's broken into.
Yeah, that part. It's very ridiculous.
Where do you keep those golf shoes?
Talk about white sports. Golf is high up there, so for it to be like a bad boy breaking into it's does not track at all.
No, I'm not gonna pursue watching it.
But we love Owen Wilson.
I think I can see if people like it, why they would like it.
Yeah.
There's no you like that? Like, I'm judging you for watching all of your friends and neighbors because I don't understand that.
Fair.
But I can see the golf part, I just
Yeah.
can't take it seriously.
Yeah. And there's no, like, I think with the difference, Jason Sudeikis, that one.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, with Ted Lasso, there was like heart behind the story that everyone could relate to. And this one, it's very much golf.
Yes.
It's like, okay, but what else can I maybe get into that can carry me throughout the season? And it's just like, I'm just not interested in golf. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but great production.
Yes, yeah, I'm happy with all of it. Just it's not for me.
Yeah, agreed.
Not for me.
Okay, what else? I decided to check out a lot. Okay, I checked out Better Sisters.
Okay.
It's Prime Video.
Who's in that one?
Jessica Biel, Elizabeth Banks, Corey Stoll. And it's 8 episodes. It's a thriller whodunit based off of a book, the 2019 book of the same name by Alifair Burke. I think that's a really cool name, Alifair. And I gave it like a 3-episode test. It's just like every adult thriller whodunit situation. You know, there's cheating, there's scandalous behavior, I do think it's a limited series, but I just saw an article and Jessica Biel was talking about it like a second season, so I'm confused. But I do think she might get a nomination.
Okay.
Yeah. Only, this is terrible, only because when I was looking for your considerations, I was like, what haven't we nominated? And I feel like that category is very light.
Yes.
So she could sneak in there. But she does great performance.
Okay.
I feel like if it was a heavier or a much stronger year of performances, she wouldn't make it, but she might.
Yeah.
We're checking out
Okay.
if you're into that genre.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's done well.
Okay. I might check it out and see. Yeah, it might be one of those ones.
Yeah.
If a rainy weekend.
Yeah, exactly. A definite binge, and it's 8 episodes. So, anything else for you?
Before our timed Love Island segment,
Yeah.
I finished my rewatch of Small Town Security.
Yeah.
I did not remember Joan. She's the main lady. She's the chief. She got a brain tumor, and so they follow her, like getting the diagnosis, having surgery, and her reaction, like, you know, through all the treatment.
Yeah.
And then she ended up dying 2 years later. Yeah, I did not know that. It makes me feel like, okay, maybe it was affecting her personality a little bit because she was not super nice to everybody all the time.
Oh, gotcha.
But then,
Did she get diagnosed while the show was on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
and then her husband Irving also died just a couple years ago. So I'm really just making this really a bummer. And then there's a guy who randomly shows up in the last 2 episodes that I went to elementary school with.
What?
Yeah. And I did find 2, because I was looking at Wikipedia, I wanted to see like when Joan had passed away or if she had, what kind of symptoms she had.
Yeah.
In Wikipedia, I was looking at the reception, and it did say, in 2014, Small Town Security was nominated for a GLAAD Media Award for Outstanding Reality Program for fairly and accurately representing the LGBTQ community and its relevant issues. And it was also nominated in 2013.
Aww.
Yeah. So I think people really should watch the show.
Yeah.
I think it's refreshing from what's on TV right now. It's very unique.
Yeah. Okay. And it's free on Tubi, people.
Yes. I think it's 8 episodes per season, 3 seasons. Episodes are like 35 minutes.
Easy. Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I'll check it out and I'll report back next week for sure.
Yeah.
Because you've been talking about it. So it's about time. Okay. I guess last one for me. I checked out Dying for Sex. Another limited series, Hulu. Wow. Michelle Williams,
yeah.
Jenny Slate. And it's just a TV show that felt like 2010, but got greenlit now. I have no idea why, but it's just outdated. And they give both Michelle Williams and Jenny Slate. We've seen Jenny Slate in this character role before. She was like the best friend, quirky, caring, funny, you know, and all that awkward. And then Michelle Williams, I feel like I've seen her. She's more of a film actor, but I've seen her. It's just all like, yeah, this makes sense. Nothing groundbreaking. Great performances, but again, I feel like this story is just not needed for this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I only checked out 2 episodes.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it since it came out. I saw a couple people liking it, but outside of that, I didn't hear much.
Yeah, same here. Okay, is that it?
Yeah, we'll do our Love Island. I will say, I don't want to talk about it today, but I did start watching Love Island UK season 2. Only like 3 or 4 episodes in, but very much am loving it. And
Hey.
it's, again, they're doing nothing, so there's so much else to observe.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of observations, this past week, what are we just finished week 3. Love Island USA season 7. Thoughts?
I have so many thoughts. I have thoughts about who they voted out. I have thoughts about who's at Casa Moore and up for grabs. Because, okay, we recorded this on Tuesday.
Yes.
June 24th.
Yes.
And so we're only that far into it.
Yeah.
So
And
tonight we'll find out who goes home.
yes.
If they don't couple up.
Right. Yes. I agree. I feel like I know who. But we can name names. I feel like
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
What I really want to talk about, though, is the food challenges. Why are we doing these? Why? It's disgusting.
It is.
It's the most disgusting thing. This show this season has given me 2 of the nastiest things I've ever seen on TV. Actually, like, kind of period. And I've watched a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The leather and lace thing.
That was too much. My Gen Z cousin, literally, and whatever, the article saying they're deprived of sex,
Yeah.
whatever, but they're still teenaged and horned up, was like, no, that was too freaked out
Yes.
for me. It was too much.
It was too much.
Yeah.
And then the food challenge.
Yeah.
One, who's coming up with this thing? And the spitting in the mouth.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I think last season, what did they do? Was it hot dogs? Didn't they have to like put a hot dog in their mouth and like
think
move it
so,
and then
chew
and then condiment?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
It's just the milk though that got me.
As I told you, I feel like in my mind, I was like, that's not really milk, because that's really foul if it is milk.
And a lot.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and a lot.
I think what I came to the conclusion is it is milk, but like really, really watered down.
Yeah, skimmed milk.
Yes, but even like more
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very gross. I think I'm desensitized to the food challenges by now. I feel like they were starting that in season 1 of the UK version. So I'm just like, yeah, it's very gross.
What?
I'm like,
So they've been doing it that long?
yeah, it's not.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They're definitely not getting
Actually,
rid of
they've
it then.
slowed down with it. They used to be maybe 2, 3 food challenges a season.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And now it's just 1. I don't even, yeah, last season there was 1.
I don't see how these people aren't like gagging and throwing up.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Maybe it's just you gotta get it. I don't know. Maybe there's nothing else you do, right? So it's like, damn, a challenge. Let's just get into it. But it's really disgusting. Yeah, very gross.
What are your
My
thoughts,
thoughts?
opinions? What are
This past week, so we had, gosh, what even happened this past week? I mean, the biggest one for me was Jeremiah being dumped. I think that's the most stupid decision made. I even think Hannah going home was also dumb, but no one was as attached to her, so we're not making that big of a noise. We're not even attached to Jeremiah.
Yeah.
It was just unfair.
There were other people that needed to go home before
Yes,
them.
we will name names. Austin.
Yes. Yeah.
And with the girls, honestly, and I love Amaya. I've been writing for her.
I know, but
But I think she should have gone compared to Iris.
like this is just not her show.
It's not. But, last year they were saying the same thing about Janae. Because she
Really?
didn't find yeah, she didn't
Yeah. Oh,
find-
yeah, that's right. It did take her a while.
Yeah. What's her last name?
I will say though, oh yeah, no, I think that's fair.
Yeah. She had, I want to say Connor threw a drink on her, Janae. last
Yes.
season.
Mhm.
She had a terrible time.
Yeah.
So,
And then she found Kenny.
yeah, Kenny.
And they're still
exactly.
together.
Yes, exactly. So I could see that for Amaya, but it's rough.
Did you hear the Amaya's song that she was singing to herself?
Yes.
It was so sweet. So it broke my heart though, because
Yeah.
she's reaffirming herself, all the
Yes.
things that she knows is true, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then my friend, she's in a band called The Mailboxes, and that's really just her. She covered it and put it on TikTok.
Oh, I love
Made like a little
that.
piano chords to it and stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
And it's like a really pretty version. So I'm like, it's a pretty good song, actually.
Yeah. No, Amaya's a sweetheart. I would love to see it going another way for her. But I do think, as we just said, they're in Casa right now. They switched up Casa this year. They brought in one less guy for the girls and one less girl for the guys. And you got to recouple within 24 hours. So whoever doesn't get picked by the Casa girl and guys gets dumped. And I think Amaya.
The fact that Olandria was standing up there with nobody on her heart.
Nuts. You know what it is? I really think it's just like guys don't know what to do with all that. And that's what I just, because honestly, I'm cocky, so I feel like I'll figure out what to do with all that.
Yeah.
I think they literally don't know what to do with all that because they're stupid.
I don't
know.
Wild to me.
Like, it does not compute in my brain. I'm like, how is she not just being like lined up?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there should be 3 men.
Yes.
And then Coco wanting to pair up with Taylor. There's
2 of them. And Clark.
Their production's hiding something from us. Because what I see about him, not giving anything.
No. Here's the thing, though. People don't know this about Casa. When the Casa girls and guys come in, they have watched the show.
Yes. They're coming after people.
They're coming after people that they also feel like are vulnerable and are able to switch up. It's gameplay,
that's
too.
fair, yeah.
Especially this season, a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, there is. And it's really funny because we talked about that. And I feel like in past seasons, I rarely hear about gameplay.
Yeah.
And this season, they're being a little bit more upfront about it.
Yeah.
People online are talking about it.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So I feel like with Taylor, I'm not going to lie, I feel like they knew Ace wasn't going to shake. The girls kissed the black guys. Very obviously, like, this is my type.
Yes.
So if you're picking between those two, Taylor's the more, one you can get in there with.
Yeah. Forget about that.
Yeah. While still having a bit of, I don't know, pride and, I don't know. Like, you can gameplay, but not all the way, you know?
Yeah.
Because the easier bet would be TJ.
Yes.
You know? But, who knows? But, yeah, I don't know. I miss Jeremiah. That's all I have. Yeah.
I'm curious how it will go. I don't think they're going to bring any back. We know they're not bringing, I guess he could still come back, Jalen, because he was on a flight back. But there have been seasons where they bring people back.
Yeah.
So.
But very rarely.
Yes.
Like, people really do need to understand that. Very, very rarely. And last season, if I thought they would bring a season to bring somebody back, it was with the Andrea dumping.
Yes.
Which is how I feel about Jeremiah's dumping this season, honestly. I thought she got so, done wrong by. And they didn't bring her back. So I'm like, if they didn't bring her back, I don't know why they bring Jeremiah back. Wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not holding out for it.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to the end of Casa more, and I'm going to reevaluate how I stand.
With everybody?
Yeah, and just, if I'm going to keep up, where I'm adamantly watching it day to day.
Okay, yeah.
I might kind of take a step back and binge watch it if I'm not feeling it as much. Because I'm excited to see the drama, but they could take a turn that it's not going to.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It usually drops after Casa.
Yeah.
Because it's when you pass that final test, there's 2 weeks more, and it's just establishing your stronger connection.
Well, and the other twist that they did is that they're all coming back. So that will keep it messy for at least a couple days.
Yeah. My friend Abby, I woke up to a voice note this morning, and she hates it. I've never heard anyone hate something more. She is devastated. She's like, why did they do this? I hate it. She said, Casa is usually you go for a good time, and if you find someone you have a better connection with, cool. You're not meant to go and sweat as an OG of the cast. So I feel like that does fuck them up a little bit. I don't know if you saw the preview for tonight's episode.
I've been trying not to watch it.
Okay.
I want to be fresh.
That's brave of you. Yeah. I am we talked about this before, how we both have the notifications for Love Island on our phones on. That's the only notification I have on. So when it comes up, I'm like, yep, let me see what's.
Yeah, I was telling Drake last night that that's the only like accessory app that I've downloaded. You know, you have to download apps for everything.
Yes.
That I'm like, yes, this is valuable to me. This provides a lot of resources, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, voting matters, I guess. Yeah. Apart from, did it matter when Jeremiah left? No,
I don't think so.
but such is life. Okay, is that it?
Yes, yeah, I think so.
For your consideration.
So we talked about this last week, Love Island. Mm-hmm. But I guess it has to be season 6 because this is not within. So season 6, yes. Definitely reality TV show.
Yeah.
Before we do our final one, I want to look through because probably like casting. I don't know. There's probably some other categories.
Yeah, I did look it up. This like today actually.
Yeah.
So there's hosting. So Ariana could be up.
Yeah.
The reality TV is like reality TV game show or reality TV just like program.
Yeah, so it might be game show, I guess.
Which I thought, but game show is more like traders and stuff. And then I think it was like scripted programming, something like that. And that was like Love is Blind.
Oh.
So I really don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
But I'm nominating
Putting
it.
it there.
I'm putting its name in the bucket.
Okay.
What about you?
Okay, so I went and looked at our Excel sheet to see what we haven't nominated, but I really do want nominated. Where it's like light and missing. Supporting actress in a comedy. I have been watching Abbott like the past season. Janelle James. I think it's surprising she hasn't had a nomination.
I would have assumed that she had. I would have assumed actually she would have already won an Emmy, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I agree. But no, she has not, so I'm going to nominate her.
Okay.
Guest actress in a drama, Caitlin Dever for The Last of Us.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. She that last episode blew my mind, so yes. And I had Love Island, so you did that. Let's put... I wanted to give a supporting actress drama to someone from The Pit. So I'm going to go with Catherine. I don't know how to say her last name. Ayanasa. And she was the blonde nurse.
The head nurse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Win something.
Yeah. Hopefully. I don't know. That's it.
Okay. Those are good. Yeah. We're going to do our final nominations. And so before that, I'm going to do like you're doing and sitting down and fill in some extra gaps with more nominations. And
yeah. Hopefully they're in there.
Yeah.
When they announce them.
I on the Excel added, I try to keep track of who's nominated. I'm just curious to see like.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I saw you put like who, one of it. Like, who, me or you.
To see if like, oh, Ellen like really called the whole drama category or like something like that. So
yeah, you categorized it very well.
Thank you.
Okay, topic of the week. We are going to be talking about binge watching today, you guys. I did a little research. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's a lot of ugly.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Don't bring in scientific facts about how it's bad for us. Oh,
Listen.
No.
We'll get into it. But as always, starting off with the definition. Merriam-Webster herself defines it as to watch many or all episodes of a TV show in a rapid succession. So it's important to note that it has to be episodes of a single TV show. So binge watching isn't if you do 2 episodes of this and 2 episodes of that. Just one TV show. It was for Merriam being Merriam-Webster, says that it was first used in 2003, but my Wikipedia research said otherwise. But on Merriam-Webster, it cites it like first used in 2003.
Does it, and maybe you're going to get into it, define the amount of time? Did you find, because that.
No, it's very
subjective or
subjective.
Relative.
Netflix did do a study, not a study, a survey, but theirs was like 2 to 7 episodes or something, and I think 2 is too low.
That's not binge watching.
Exactly.
7. No. I mean, that's not even a whole series.
Right.
So
exactly. So we'll get into it though.
Okay.
So actually, I don't know how to say this in American. Manga? Manga.
Like the anime thing? Yeah, manga.
Manga?
Both, yeah.
Okay.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah. Actually helped pave the way for how the world consumes like a binge watch of something, of entertainment. Japanese manga magazine Weekly Shonen Jump developed a successful formula of publishing individual manga chapters and then completing them into separate standalone volumes that could be binged all at once. So this formula, you're going to Japan, this is great.
Yeah.
This formula produced the major manga animes like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto, which I thought was so cool and like made total sense. And this was in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Like, so the magazine was in the 60s and then the shows came 70s and 80s.
Okay, yeah.
But before binge watching, there was marathon viewing or marathon watching. The difference between the two is binge watching is more so self-indulgent and marathon viewing is more so like stamina because you got to or something.
Stamina.
That's what it said.
Yeah. No, it's like you're watching. When I think about marathon TV, I'm like you're watching all the Matrix movies.
Yes.
Because the new one's coming out.
Yes.
You're watching to get the lore to prepare yourself for something that's part of the universe that's coming in.
Yes. It's more. Am I wrong to say it's more like work and then binge watching is more like it's still work, but it's like self-indulgent. Like you just could not help yourself.
Yeah.
Situation.
And I often find when you're binge watching TV, at least for me, it's usually something that's less thought provoking.
Yeah.
It's more
Later.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed. The first use of the word binge in reference to TV was in a Variety article written by George Rosen, a TV industry reporter back in 1948. The term TV marathon, though, was frequently used in the 50s, and then the term TV binge first appeared in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution in 1952.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what Merriam's talking about, but this is what Wiki's talking about. It was used to describe a telethon to raise money for the U.S. Olympic team. And then TV marathon, like the term TV marathons, were used more for telethons and sporting events, like multi-view sporting events. So then, of course, binge watching became more popular with streaming services in 2006, around there. And then by 2013, the word was fully in everyone's
lexicon.
Yes. And thanks to Netflix, really. So Netflix, okay. Netflix came out with their original TV shows. And they just put full seasons at once, starting with House of Cards.
Okay, yes.
And I don't know, like, I don't know. Abusers, do we name them?
Oh, Spacey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We name them. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently he, during the House of Cards era of it all, he was talking to TV execs and he was championing the full season releases, stating facts like it would reduce piracy and that the audience attention would be retained like for hours on end, so you would get like more views, I guess. And then other people trying to sell TV execs on the full season binge watching release episodes or method described it as allowing your audience to read a book in one setting instead of like a chapter each week. And also that it allowed your audience to feel transported into that world, which like increased their enjoyment, which fair.
Yeah.
I feel like yes. But then obviously nothing good is ever good. So studies started to be made or whatever to show the side effects of binge watching, if it was good for the mental, bad for the mental, good for the physical, bad for the physical. And they found that psychological factors that contributed to binge watching was loneliness, escapism, and wanting to form connection, but not really. So like parasocial relationships, which, you know, those aren't great reasons.
Yeah.
Right? So then the side effects from that are even worse. So the side effects from binge watching then became depression, pointlessness, self-regulatory deficiency, obesity. And some media scholars even went as far as citing binge watching as an addiction.
I need numbers. I need a scientific paper with this information. Because I believe in science.
I'm just reporting the news, you know?
I'm sure there is an article that, like a scientific, they've done collected data. It's like 60% of users, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I need that hard evidence before I'm changing my behavior. And even then,
Yeah,
I'm
right. They said that binge watching, the addiction, is similar to binge eating and binge drinking, and it's just a form of compulsive consumption. And I then also looked up compulsive consumption because I thought it was important to define, and it's a behavioral addiction categorized by a strong urge to do the thing, and it leads to negative consequences. So binge watching, the negative consequences they listed were lack of sleep. I mean, we talked about it, depression because you're lacking of sleep. It's just like a snowball effect of things that can be detrimental to your health in the long run. Okay. Binge watching, though, is psychologically easier than watching long movies.
Oh, okay.
And they say this is because of the episodic structure of a show, like the storytelling, combining it with the natural breaks between episodes, or even having that one main storyline be in between 5 minutes of every episode, but there's other things happening throughout that episode.
Because we don't have attention span anymore?
Yes. But, okay, so the motivations... I'm going everywhere with this. Where am I, though? Okay, so attention span. People then started to say that binge watching eroded the social value of TV because you don't talk about a TV show for a long amount of time anymore. It's just you watch it. It's in the societal whatever thing for 2-3 weeks, and we're on to the next.
I'd agree with that because there's so many things that I've watched, and I thankfully I'm keeping track of it now that I'm like, oh, I forgot to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw out another factor that we need to think about. There's so much shit content that you're not going to remember it. I remembered The Last of Us. I did not forget that. Which that, I didn't binge watch, but you know what I mean? Like, if it's a good show, you're going to remember it.
Yeah.
So let's not say that it's completely changing culture because of binge watching. Let's reevaluate the content that we're binge watching first.
Right. Yes. And that's also what they cite too, though, that binge watching them made the audience control what is being made instead of the showrunners putting out and the TV execs approving or green lighting a good show.
How is that?
Because it's like, if I can put out an 8-episode TV show and it's going to be talked about for 2 weeks, but then forgotten, and I'm spending less money on 8 episodes than on 24 episodes for this intensively show that we've got to create, money.
Oh, it always comes down to money. Fair. Yeah, fair. I thought they were saying, I don't think that they're getting from the audience that they should continue making shitty content. It's just they're offering. If you're only offered shitty content,
you're gonna tune into the shitty content.
You're like, well, okay, the one good show that came out 2 years ago that's not coming back for another 2 years.
Yeah.
Let me check out this other one. Shit. Let me check out this one. Shit.
Yeah.
So they're thinking that they're like, because there's nothing else to watch.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why the podcast. This is why we're here. We're here to tell you what to watch.
Agreed. Yes. Okay, I'm on your side because this is my beef with Black TV shows. There's not a lot of them.
Yeah.
So then when something by Tyler Perry is made, or there's just limited creators of Black TV shows, and when they come out with something, the Black community feels like they have to back it and watch it, even though it's terrible, truly detrimental to, like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if we had more good content to consume, then we would focus on the good and not the scraps that we are having to.
I was talking to Drake about that because I remember, like, growing up, 80s, 90s, there were so many amazing Black sitcoms on TV. So many.
Yeah.
And now, sometimes you get them again, and they're not great.
No.
And it's very unfortunate.
Like, Abbott's the only.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Especially one that's, like, recognized,
Exactly.
award-winning.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Insane.
It's a weird shift. Culturally, we could probably explain it, but
Yeah.
it's an unfortunate shift, and we need to
get back to the good old days.
Yeah, we need to boycott trash.
Yes. Okay, so the motivations for binge watching, which I'm like, yes. People binge watch to catch up on a TV show. People binge watch when they just want to relax on the couch and just relax. People binge watch for the sense of completion of something. It's like, I want to do something today, but I don't want to do something today. I feel hella accomplished by the time I'm done with that season. People binge watch for cultural inclusion because nowadays everything gets talked about 1 hour after it drops.
Yes, like while it's on TV.
Yes.
Like it literally just dropped and people are like, oh, spoiler.
Yes, insane. And then people binge watch for improved viewing experience, which is the whole, like, you know, you feel like more sucked into the world that is being created and the characters being introduced. And I related to all of them. Which one do you think you do the most? Like, to catch up, to relax, sense of completion, cultural inclusion?
Probably, if I'm like intentionally binge watching, it's to relax.
Okay.
I will sometimes. The other times I binge watch, I feel like it's just because I get so hooked into the show. Like the OA, I would have finished that whole entire season. Both of them probably in 2 days. Yeah. If Drake had allowed me, but he was like, "No, we need to like pace ourselves." Yeah. It's like I want to know what happened.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so that is also why they say. Well, so when we're talking about the audience, what did I say? The audience then kind of shaping what is being made. I do think that is. I love binge watching. I wouldn't be me without it, but I feel like this year, the best example would be The Pit. It was an episodic release, and it kind of made everyone fall back in love with like primetime TV storytelling, releases, all that. And I do enjoy being told to wait for the next. Yes. Instead of having control myself. Because I have no...
And if you realize that you want control, you just wait till it's all out. So you can binge watch it.
You can binge watch it, yeah.
I don't do that, but you do that.
Yeah. I do.
So what about the sense of completion? Does that align with you at all?
Yeah.
It does? Okay.
When for binge watching specifically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, because if I'm... Very rarely, if I'm intentionally like, I'm saving this for the end of it, like it gets to the end, I'll watch it. Very rarely do I give up on that show, even if it's bad. Like I'll continue watching it for the sense of completion. Yeah. Hence your friends and neighbors. Yeah. But that was episodic. I don't know.
Season 2, I'll tune in.
Within the television industry in 2020, they said that watching a new series could make series less memorable in the long term compared to traditional releases. So that's when Disney and Hulu started doing episodic releases, which very much thank you. But then Netflix stuck to their methods and have instead done the parts releases. And Wiki cited exactly what you said for money making,
which
subscription.
Well, let's be honest. The reason Disney and Hulu, they did not do it for a better watching experience. They did it so if it's an 8-part series, you have to have a subscription for 2 months. You also know that Netflix got away with their free month They don't even have a 7-day free trial anymore.
Don't?
No, they got rid of it like 2003 or something.
Oh,
I know.
that's early.
I know.
2013?
No, 2023.
Oh, 23.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said 3. I was like,
I might have said the wrong one, but yeah.
wow.
So it's all about money.
Yeah.
I do agree, though. I do think probably it was a meeting. Somebody who does care about the watching experience was like, what would be great is if we kind of went back to the tradition. And then somebody in the meeting who heard dollar signs was like, yes, and that's a great idea because we'll get more money.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I mean, we were doing that with cable and network TV anyway. So, again, what is the point of the streaming networks? There is really none at this point, but it's whatever.
The ones that I see value in,
Yeah.
Apple,
Yeah.
Hulu,
Yeah.
and HBO.
Yeah.
But HBO Max, they're pushing some buttons. They're
They still do the episodic, though. They've never done...
their content is getting.
Oh.
It used to be you could tune in to any HBO show, like an HBO original, and it would be good. It might not be your the show that you normally watch.
Right, it's not for you.
Yeah, but it's still a good show that you probably at least watch one season of.
Yeah.
Now it's questionable,
Yeah.
and they're.
Is that because of And Just Like That? Like, where's this stemming from?
I don't know, just in general.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So it's number 3 on the list, and it's on the chopping block if it
oh, dang.
does too much.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Yeah.
Changing the name was about to do it, honestly.
But then they gave us, what, Severance, I guess?
No, that was Apple.
Oh, it is Apple.
Yeah.
I think that, what do you think is the last best HBO show? Succession?
The Pit.
Oh, The Pit.
But see, that though was an HBO Max.
Yeah.
It was not like a HBO show.
Yeah.
But yeah, Succession was good, yeah.
Yeah. I guess so.
But they had the franchise, and then they had what was that other business one that they had?
Industry?
Industry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with
Gossip Girl reboot.
you. Yeah,
Just saying.
I'm with you. Okay. I think that's all I had. Did you have anything? I had fun facts, but we can do that in a bit.
I have kind of questions. The only thing that really, when I was thinking about binge watching, is I guess how I view the progression of it. So for me, growing up, you would have TV show marathons.
Yeah.
So they would show all of, before the new season was coming out, all of the past seasons. And then you got box sets.
Yeah.
And that to me is like the OG binge.
Yep, that's how I got into TV,
Yes.
honestly. Yeah.
And binge watching TV.
Yeah, exactly.
And then streaming came along, and we might have gone too far. we might have should have stopped at the DVDs, honestly.
100%. When we gave away control of how to binge or what we wanted to binge watch, that's where it went too far.
Yeah.
I agree. Because now it's like the box sets, you went and bought what you wanted, so you were spending money on the thing you want to watch. Now it's like, I'll binge watch this, and I don't even care for it.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And you had the physical copy too, so that it couldn't be taken away from you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could. Somebody could steal it, but
but not as easily as, yeah.
the only Apple I feel like is slightly more trustworthy with being able to access stuff. Not for a lot of you have to rent or buy, but their library is pretty vast and it's not really restricted very much. And same with their music. So I regret giving up physical control, but at least with those services, I'm like, I don't feel as taken advantage of.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Like, you still have the option, for real.
Yes.
Netflix, you really don't have the option.
Yeah, because with Apple, you can buy the movie and download on your computer and put it on a
disc or whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
VHS if you want.
External hard drive. A VHS, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
And I just wrote down what was the first TV show that you binge watched?
I was thinking about that, and it was either One Tree Hill or like Bones or Gilmore Girls, one of those.
Okay.
Like, I have vivid memories of just those. What about you?
I think it was that 70s show.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
Because I borrowed it from a friend.
Okay.
And so I was like, yep, there you And that was another thing. You shared them with
Yes.
friends.
Yeah.
And then you had to get back together to give them back.
We
And
were more communal, more. We live in a very individualistic society now.
I know. I mean, let's get a little theoretical here, philosophical. The technology is great.
Yes.
It has it's the money, it's the greed.
Yeah.
It's people not using it in the right way.
Yeah. It's that we can't share our passwords to this many people.
Yeah. It's, too much of a good thing applies to everything.
Yeah.
And there should have been limits set around this.
I agree.
But because it's all about money.
There's not a limit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And I think we'll get a little control eventually again. Maybe when the downfall of society and you have to have physical DVDs.
I haven't even I've seen physical CDs. I guess you go into Target, Walmart, they still have DVDs.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Of the newest season of Succession? Or the last season?
I think so.
Okay.
I think you can get Severance on DVD.
Yeah?
I think I could be wrong. I swear that I feel like I saw it. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you have a DVD player?
I do not. I want to get one so bad though.
I'm gonna get a VH DVD player.
Oh,
VHS DVD player.
yeah.
Once I find it at a thrift store, that baby's mine.
Yeah.
But Xboxes, that used to be you don't have a DVD player, but your PlayStation or Xbox, they don't anymore.
No, they don't.
The new ones
That's
don't.
crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Laptops don't.
No.
You can get an external drive.
Yeah.
Pretty easily, but
Everything's external. Literally, you got to pay a limb for this and a limb for that's crazy. It really upsets me.
Yeah.
This has been a depressing episode.
Yeah, it really. Usually, we bring a little bit more joy.
Yeah.
Well, the joy is we're making this podcast to hopefully better influence the culture around TV and consumption.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If we get more people behind us.
Yeah, we will change the world. I do think there is a time and place for binge watching, and I'm not saying do with that one and do with the other or whatever. It's just you
shouldn't be doing it every day.
Exactly.
Maybe once a month.
Yeah.
For a little treat.
Yeah, maybe even twice.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge? But also, I would like the TV execs to bring back more episodic releases in most shows, honestly.
Not the 3-part thing.
No, that's not episodic. How do you feel about the 2-episode drop in the beginning of 3 episodes? That's what Apple does.
I like the 2.
Yeah.
Because it gets you to tune in next week or not.
Yeah.
It really gives you a feel if you need one. You can be tricked by one episode.
Yeah.
You really can.
Agreed.
So I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But it is a little frustrating because then you only have 6 episodes.
Right. Which is whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. All right.
Well, that was great.
Did I have any other questions? I mean, a study was done in 2017 that showed 98% of binge watchers had poor sleep quality. I can attest to that.
I had poor sleep quality before that, so.
Is it the binge watching or is it just me?
Yeah. I'll go to the doctor and they're like, do you have trouble sleeping? I was like, yeah, but I also couldn't sleep as a child. So, we're not, it's not impacting, or that hasn't changed.
Right. Anything, I'm just passing the time with TV now.
Exactly.
Helping me.
Exactly.
I agree with you. That's all I had. What was oh, you said the 70s show. Okay. Did you ever participate in we went through this. You were a Nickelodeon child? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you ever go through, did they do reruns?
Yeah.
Of this marathon of a TV show marathon for the day or something?
And in the summer, somebody was tweeting about this, and Disney did the same thing.
Yeah.
They would just replay the season over and over again. And as a child, you think these shows had 7 seasons, and they had 3?
Yeah.
Because you just watch the same episodes.
Over and over again. Yeah. I have a Disney, so they did that a lot for there. And then I looked up, I don't even know what, Hamilton or something, or that's 3 episodes. I mean, 3 seasons, 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And
Lizzie McGuire, I think, only had 2 or 3.
Yes. Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did like the marathon viewing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was having that. And it was good to do a bit in the morning, go out and play, come back, it's still on. You know, stuff like that. That's all I had. I did want to, when I talked to Chelsea about doing this topic, I also wanted to get into how we have less episodes a season now. And that does delve, like, that goes under this category. I feel like binge watching, what's it called, helped bring that more into fruition. Helped TV execs be like, you know, it's shorter seasons, people can just consume it and then whatever, but it's gone to shit. But I do think that should be a bigger.
They think so little of us and our ability to watch TV.
You know?
I will say the 22 episode seasons of VR, that really did slow me down. And if there had been 15, I might have made it.
Right.
But those extra 7 episodes that were out, I'm like, ooh, okay.
So do you think they're just like catering to how much our attention span has diminished?
I think they're making it that. Like, 'cause
Right.
I don't think anybody was sitting down and saying, ooh, I can't pay attention to this TV show.
No.
They were like, ooh, here's what we can do. Less episodes, cheaper, and we just settle for it.
Yeah.
We're settling.
Yeah.
They are an abusive partner, and we're settling for it. And we're taking it.
I don't like this. I don't settle for nothing. I'm about to storm up to like Netflix headquarters and be like, give me my 24 episodes. Because it's actually ridiculous. Yeah. What's your limit of, I mean, I guess the least episode is like at 8 now. And the most is 15 on a good day. But 12 realistically. And that's insane.
I will say my definition of binge watching is finishing like a whole season.
Yeah.
That's
In one sitting?
yeah.
Okay. I like that.
That's binge watching.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a loose definition.
Yeah.
But when I'm
No.
envisioning,
But if we're doing hard lines and like props to you, 100% a whole season. Yeah. And if we're doing, all right, props to you, but we're giving it to you, I would say half of the season, half of whatever length of that season is. So if it's an 8 episode season, 4. If it's a 10, 5.
okay,
I'll say that.
all right,
It's me being really nice.
that is very generous.
Okay. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So press release.
Yes.
What do you have?
Bad Thoughts got renewed for season 2, which
Hey.
is a little surprising. Not because of the show was not good. I don't know. I'm just a little surprised that it was renewed for season 2.
Okay.
So
Okay. Cool.
I guess he has more deranged thoughts to share with people.
Gotta watch that and Small Town Security.
You're gonna be like, oh no, Chelsea, what's going on in your head?
I'm excited. Okay, speaking of things that got renewed, Mobland, which was on Paramount Plus, which I watched, got renewed for season 2.
Did you like it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think you really liked it, but I saw people like top 4 shows be nominated for Emmys, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
I think it's like a specific genre that people really want more of.
that Yellowstone.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Clocked it.
Yeah.
I'm on my TV.
What else do you have?
Smoke series premiere Apple TV Plus Friday, January 27th what's his Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
It corrected to Aaron. I was like, that's not his name. Such a good actor.
Yes.
His portrayal of Elton John, those can be so, but he did a really great job with that
Really?
role. The movie was also good, so.
You know what's funny? People are like, those can be so, but like, Taron did a great job. Freddie Mercury guy did
I don't know.
Okay.
It was a little, I don't know.
Okay.
There was something off about it.
Okay. Contrived, maybe?
Yeah.
Something? Okay.
And they're going to do that Beatles one. I still need to see the Timothy Chalamet one.
Yes, I haven't seen that
And
one.
then they got the
then
Bruce Springsteen coming out. So,
a lot.
but he was also in that Blackbird show on Apple.
Did you watch that?
Yes, and it was so good.
So good.
Creepy.
Yeah.
See, that's a show we remember it because it was good content.
Yes. And that was
Yeah.
a binge.
Oh, sorry, what were we gonna say?
Oh, that was a binge. I binged that, but yeah.
Yeah, Journey Smollett is also in it.
Yes.
And I really only know her from Full House. Like when I picture her, That's what I picture.
Yeah. Little face.
And the synopsis is just a detective and an arson investigator work together to stop 2 serial arsonists in the Pacific Northwest. So I think he's the investigator, she's the detective.
Yeah. Okay. Journey. What else did I have? You know, my notes today, I don't even understand.
The Squid Game third and final season is coming out Friday, June 27th. Are they releasing it all at once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear otherwise.
I didn't watch the second season.
I haven't watched it either. I don't know if I will.
I don't know if I will either. I will if it gets nominated for something.
Okay.
On the big categories. I'll give it a try. But yeah, who cares? Last week, did I mention Ironheart? This is gonna be when this episode drops. It's already gonna be out. But I feel like I didn't.
Yeah,
but I did.
You did. Yeah, we
Okay.
talked about it.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah. So it comes out tomorrow night, technically, right? Wednesday.
Today.
Oh, okay.
Today.
The 24th. Okay. Oh, I'll have to watch some of it tonight then.
Yeah. We will.
I thought it
review
was tomorrow.
guys.
I even have a calendar of it, and I thought it was for tomorrow.
Yeah, yours reminded me. Yeah, that's all I had. I don't know what else I had.
I only have 2 more. Nautilus series premiere on AMC, Sunday, June 29th. It is a 10-part British TV series that is a reimagining of the 1870s novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. And the show focuses around the origin story of Captain Nemo, an Indian prince turned crusading scientist. So
Okay.
I was like, I might check it. If it's on Hulu and it's there and I click it, I'm not going to search for it though.
Okay. And it's going to be on Hulu?
It's on AMC.
Okay.
So it actually probably be on AMC Plus.
Yeah.
But if you have Hulu Live.
You also got that?
Yeah, I have Hulu Live.
Oh, no. Like, you also got AMC Plus?
No.
Oh.
No.
How are you getting Hulu Live?
On Hulu Live,
Yeah.
if you have, because AMC is like a regular channel, so it'll
you can
air,
watch it.
and you can usually within like a certain time frame watch it.
Finally followed. Gotcha.
And then lastly, The Sandman. Did you watch that on Netflix?
Mm-mm.
Talking about canceled people. We're kind of surprised that season 2 came because we thought with going on, the creator,
Yes.
it would not.
Yes.
The show, the first season, I really enjoyed watching it, and I did watch all of it. I promise you. I cannot tell you what it's about. And the only way I was able to follow the storyline barely is that there's a crow that follows the main character around. Is voiced by Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
And they string the story together. That's the only way I was able to keep track.
Is there more dialogue, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's based off of a comic book series.
Yeah.
Morpheus, also Dream of the Endless, the personification of dreams, and one of the 7 Endless, I don't know what that is captured in an occult ritual in 1916. He escapes in 2022 after being held captive for 106 years. He sets out to restore order to his realm, the Dreaming. It's like Legion. It's all over the place. It's dreams. It's very.
I liked Legion, though.
It's hard to follow.
Yeah.
I really will have to watch season 1 again before I watch season 2.
Okay. When did season 1 drop? Last year or the year before? Look that up.
I think it was like 2 years ago.
Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe even 3.
2022.
Yeah.
That's
3.
crazy. This is another thing I have a complaint about. You drop 8 episodes or whatever, 12 episode seasons, and then 3-year breaks, and it's like, nobody's working.
Well, we did have COVID.
2020.
Right. So I think if we're talking about setting standards,
Oh.
they probably were like, oh, well, we don't have to come up with a hit show every year. We can just do every 4 years. They really are. They're ringing us for our money.
They really are. Gosh.
I'm mad now.
Been mad.
What am I going to do about that? Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay. That's it.
Like and subscribe. Leave a review, please. Thank you.
And listen to us. Follow us.
Yes.
Bye.
Like us.
Like that.
Love us. Bye.
Bye.